Have you ever wondered what lies behind the curtain of sleep? What dances behind your eyelids when the world fades into silence? Today, I'll take you on a journey into one of the most mysterious realms of the human experience: dreams. If you're curious about the science, beauty, and secrets of the sleeping mind, stay with me. Like, share, and let this story unfold across your screen like a dream itself. As night falls and darkness stretches across the sky, the body surrenders to rest. But the mind stirs. Beneath the hush of sleep, an orchestra awakens in the brain, its rhythms invisible yet profound, guiding us into a landscape where physics no longer binds reality, and time is elastic, folding into itself like silk. Dreaming is more than imagination on autopilot. It is the intersection of biology, psychology, and the soul's yearning to speak in riddles. Long before science etched the brain into maps of electric pulses, dreams occupied sacred space in mythology and religion. The ancient Egyptians believed dreams were messages from the gods transcribed in symbols. In Greece, dreams emerged from the gates of ivory or horn, each signifying falsehood or truth. In every corner of history, sleep has never been merely rest. It has always been a crossing, a portal. And yet, with all our knowledge now, we still ask, why do we dream? Modern neuroscience offers its lanterns to illuminate the sleeping mind. As the body descends into slumber, it passes through stages: light sleep, deep sleep, and eventually, REM, rapid eye movement. It is during this REM stage that the brain's activity resembles that of waking life. Electrical storms ripple through the cortex. The amygdala, seat of emotion, glows. The thalamus, gatekeeper of sensory input, remains alert. And the prefrontal cortex, arbiter of logic and judgment, dims like a candle in a windless room. It is here in this neurochemical theater that dreams are born. Not all dreams are alike. Some unfold in vivid detail like epics painted across the mind's canvas. Others are shadowy, flickering, fragmented. Some echo our waking worries. Others seem to arrive from nowhere, cryptic and untethered. But patterns emerge. The most common themes: falling, flying, being chased, losing teeth, transcend culture and time. As if the human psyche shares a collective language when unmoored from the constraints of day. Freud saw dreams as wish fulfillment, windows into the unconscious. Veiled in metaphor, Jung believed they carried archetypes shared across humanity's deep memory. Their insights paved paths, yet neuroscience walks a parallel road. Some scientists propose that dreams are simulations, mental rehearsals for threats, helping us sharpen instincts in the safety of sleep. Others believe dreams are the brain's way of consolidating memory, stitching the day's experience into the larger quilt of identity. Perhaps dreaming is a kind of nocturnal therapy, where emotion is sorted, filed, and resolved. Consider the hippocampus, the brain's librarian of memory. During REM sleep, it replays experiences like a silent film. Paired with the emotion-processing amygdala, dreams may allow the mind to process trauma, reinforce learning, or simply integrate fragments of a day's chaos into something coherent. Like rainwater flowing through ancient stone, dreams smooth and shape the architecture of thought. But dreams also defy the rational. Lucid dreaming, for example, offers a paradox: awareness within sleep. In lucid states, the dreamer can sometimes manipulate the narrative, navigate the dream consciously. This phenomenon suggests that the dreaming brain retains layers of agency, even as it dives beneath awareness. Some use lucid dreaming to conquer fears, practice skills, or engage in creative pursuits. Artists, writers, and scientists have long reported ideas sparked in dreams, visions that transcend what daylight logic allows. There is also the question of nightmares, those stark interruptions of sleep that leave heartbeats racing. They may stem from anxiety, trauma, or unresolved conflict. But nightmares too serve function. They force confrontation. They spotlight what the conscious mind may avoid. In doing so, they hold the potential for healing, even if they come cloaked in terror, Across cultures, dream interpretation persists. Despite science's advances, many still seek meaning in dreams, not as neurological ephemera, but as symbols. Perhaps because, at their heart, dreams feel personal. They arrive with intimacy. A dream can shake us, comfort us, or linger like perfume on waking skin. No algorithm can fully decode their depth. From ancient oracles to modern labs, the science of dreaming stretches like a tapestry. Electroencephalograms, brain scans, and sleep studies map the terrain, but the experience itself remains elusive. You cannot pin a dream with electrodes. You cannot explain its logic with pure data. There is an art to dreaming that resists full translation. Yet we keep trying, because dreams reflect our essence. They are the echoes of memory, the playground of the subconscious, the mirror of inner truth. In the realm of sleep, we are storytellers and listeners both, our minds weaving fables in the darkness, hoping to wake with just enough thread to remember. When we sleep, our bodies rest but our spirits roam. We may walk through childhood homes, speak with those long gone, visit places never seen yet somehow familiar. In this twilight theater, the laws bend and reform. What is imagined becomes real. What is real becomes symbolic. And in that liminal space, we remember who we are beyond language. In sleep, we do not cease. We transform. When the veil of sleep is drawn and the waking world recedes, the architecture of reality dissolves into something far older, more instinctual. The dream does not knock politely at the threshold of awareness. It slips in like mist, enveloping the mind in sequences that defy linear time. The world within dreams is shaped not by physics, but by emotion, by memory, by an ancient code etched deep within the folds of the brain. It is here, in this dimension between light and shadow, that the mystery thickens. The question persists: why does the mind, in its most vulnerable hours, choose to build these vivid illusions? At the center of the modern inquiry lies the theory of predictive processing. The brain, in both waking and dreaming states, is a machine of inference. It is constantly making predictions about the world, testing those predictions against sensory input, revising models. But during REM sleep, when sensory input is reduced to a trickle, the brain continues its simulations, generating worlds, testing responses, building futures out of echoes. Dreaming becomes a closed-loop hallucination, a rehearsal not just of survival but of understanding. In this way, the dreaming mind is not passive, it is active, constructing. These simulations may serve to improve waking function. Social rehearsal, problem-solving, emotional resolution, these may all be embedded in the circuitry of dreaming. The mind, unburdened by waking constraints, spins scenarios to prepare itself. The strange and the surreal are not errors. They are part of the code designed to probe the edges of cognition. A lion in a library, a flight through rain made of glass. Such images are absurd only to the waking mind. In the dream, they speak with a different logic. Consider the role of emotion. Dreams are often infused with feeling more than fact. A place may be unfamiliar but feel like home. A person may wear the face of a stranger, yet pulse with the essence of someone we love. This emotional mapping is the dream's signature. Researchers suggest that dreams might be an arena where the brain reorganizes emotional memory. Events charged with fear, joy, sorrow, these are revisited, reframed, perhaps even softened. In this sense, dreaming is emotional alchemy. This is not merely poetic metaphor, it is backed by observation. Neuroimaging shows that during REM sleep, the amygdala, insula, and anterior cingulate cortex, regions involved in emotion, are highly active. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for executive function and rationality, is subdued. The result is a mind driven by feeling, untethered from the strict boundaries of logic. The dream becomes a crucible where emotion can burn clean or cool into insight. Children dream differently than adults. Their REM cycles are longer, their dream content more fantastical. As the brain develops, dreaming shifts, shaped by language, experience, and neural pruning. In early life, dreams may support the rapid learning that childhood demands. They may also reflect the formation of identity, the self in search of its own edges. As we age, the tone of dreams changes. The fantastic gives way to the familiar, the surreal to the symbolic. Yet the function remains. The mind continues to sort, to bind, to seek meaning in the quiet dark. Memory consolidation is one of the most studied functions of sleep, and dreaming may be its most elegant expression. Experiences encoded during waking hours are replayed, reinforced, or discarded. The brain chooses what to keep, what to link, what to bury. In dreams, this process is not merely mechanical, it is expressive. Memories are reconfigured, placed into new arrangements. A walk in a park merges with a childhood kitchen. A voice from yesterday echoes in a landscape drawn from a book long forgotten. The mind stitches experience into narrative, and in doing so, shapes identity. But dreams do more than remember. They innovate. The association networks of the brain become more fluid during REM sleep. Ideas drift across categories. Constraints loosen. This may explain why creativity flourishes in dreams. The chemist Kekule dreamed of a snake biting its tail, and awoke with the structure of the benzene ring. Paul McCartney heard the melody of yesterday in his sleep. Countless artists, inventors, and thinkers have drawn from this hidden well. Dreams are not mere echoes. They are engines of invention. The sleeping mind is not a silent witness, but an active narrator, constructing worlds, testing hypotheses, sculpting emotion. In the absence of external stimuli, the brain becomes its own universe, complete with laws, landscapes, and stories. And though we often awaken with only fragments, those fragments are enough. A gesture, a glance, a fleeting image. They leave traces that ripple through the waking day. Dreaming also reveals the nature of consciousness itself. It shows that awareness is not binary, on or off, but layered, fluid. We drift in and out of lucidity, recognizing the dream even as we inhabit it. Some people train themselves to become lucid, to shape their dreams like artists on a canvas. This lucidity challenges our definitions. If we can be conscious within unconsciousness, then the boundaries of the self are more porous than we imagine. The dream state may even be a mirror of consciousness's evolution. In dreams, we see the building blocks of thought, association, metaphor, narrative. These may reflect older neural pathways, ancestral modes of understanding. Dreams carry us, backward and forward, into the roots of language, into the seedbed of meaning. They may be the mind's original poetry, written in the ink of neurons and lit by the stars of the inner cosmos. Some researchers explore dreams as markers of health. Disturbances in REM sleep can signal neurodegenerative disease, depression, or PTSD. Nightmares may reflect emotional imbalance, while changes in dream frequency or clarity may mirror changes in cognitive function. In this sense, dreams are not just ephemera. They are diagnostics. To study them is to read the pulse of the mind. Yet for all the brain scans and sleep diaries, there is something about dreams that escapes analysis. Their beauty lies partly in their elusiveness. You cannot preserve a dream. You can write it down, speak of it, paint its essence, but it is never quite the same. It fades even as you recall it, like breath on a mirror. This transience gives it power. A dream is not meant to be held, it is meant to be felt. And so the science of dreaming does not negate its wonder. It deepens it. It tells us that dreams are not alien intrusions, but integral functions. They are woven into the fabric of being. They are how the mind maintains itself, explores itself, heals itself. They are not otherworldly, they are us, in our rawest, most tamed form. The night does not silence the soul. It gives it room to speak. Beneath the hush of night, when the machinery of waking thought is subdued and the world beyond the eyelids fades to black, something ancient rises. In that space beyond volition and logic, the mind drifts into a dimension where time folds in upon itself, and meaning stretches into unfamiliar shapes. Dreams are not passive flickers of mind. They are processions through hidden corridors, each step guided by signals deeper than speech. The science of dreams begins to recognize what myth and metaphor have long whispered. that the dream is not outside us, but a reflection of our most primal architecture. To understand why we dream is to venture into the neural symphony of the brain itself. During the REM phase, when dreams are most vivid and frequent, the brain is ablaze with activity. The visual cortex flares to life, giving color and shape to the invisible. The motor cortex fires impulses that are blocked from reaching the body, as if rehearsing movements for a stage that never opens. The limbic system, seat of emotion, glows with intensity, conjuring feelings that saturate every imagined scene. Meanwhile, the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex, the region of rational thought, of self-editing and critical reflection, remains largely dormant. The result is a landscape shaped not by logic, but by association, emotion, and memory. Yet for all this complexity, the function of dreaming remains elusive. One theory that gains traction is the threat simulation hypothesis. It suggests that dreams, particularly those steeped in anxiety or danger, are evolutionary tools for survival. In the theater of dreams, we face imagined perils, a charging beast, a crumbling cliff, a faceless pursuer, not for entertainment, but for rehearsal. The mind scripts these scenarios to test reactions, to refine instinct. This perspective sees dreaming as an evolutionary adaptation, one that prepared early humans for the unpredictability of life. But dreaming is not merely about fear. It is also about integration. The activation synthesis model, introduced in the late 20th century, proposed that dreams are the brain's attempt to make sense of random neural firing. While elegant in simplicity, it now seems too narrow. Modern neuroscientific insights suggest that dreams may be more than reactive. They may be constructive. The sleeping brain is not simply responding to noise, it is curating experience. It arranges sensory data, emotional tone, and cognitive associations into narratives that serve a purpose beyond randomness. Consider the phenomenon of memory interleaving. During sleep, fragments from different times, places, and emotional contexts are woven into dream sequences. A childhood friend sits beside you in a city you have never visited. A recent loss appears in the guise of a stranger. These juxtapositions are not arbitrary. They reveal how the mind interlaces disparate strands, seeking coherence across the tapestry of experience. The dream is a loom, and each image is a thread. Such integration may be essential for identity. The self is not a fixed entity, but a story continuously rewritten. And the dream may be the secret author of that narrative, drafting revisions in the silent hours. When we awaken, we do not always remember the content, but we emerge changed. There is a subtle recalibration, a shift in mood, a resolution of inner tension, a strange clarity that cannot be traced to any conscious thought. The dream has done its work behind the curtain. Creativity, too, flourishes in this state. In dreams, the constraints of reality dissolve. The rules of gravity, of time, of causality are loosened, allowing the mind to leap, to twist, to combine, in ways not possible in waking life. This is not mere chaos, it is fertile ground. Studies show that people who frequently recall dreams or engage in lucid dreaming often demonstrate higher creative output. The dream becomes a laboratory where thought experiments unfold, where intuition guides innovation. Artists, writers, scientists, they have all drawn from this deep well, trusting the dream as both mirror and muse. But the mystery of dreaming is not confined to function. There is also its language. Dreams speak in metaphor, in symbol, in image. A locked door, a flight through water, a mouth without sound. These are not puzzles to be solved with a dictionary of symbols. They are expressions of states too complex for words. The unconscious mind is not illogical, it is pre-verbal. It speaks. In the oldest language, one the conscious mind often forgets. To dream is to remember how to listen without needing to interpret. There is also the phenomenon of continuity. Dreams do not exist in isolation. Though fleeting, they are informed by waking life. Day residue, as Freud termed it, refers to elements from recent experience that find their way into the dream. A song heard at dusk, a face glimpsed in a crowd. These fragments are not discarded, they are transformed. The mind does not stop processing. When we sleep, it continues, reorganizing the data of the day into emotional and narrative patterns. Some dreams recur, echoing through years. The same hallway, the same fall, the same voice calling from behind. These are not coincidences, they are signals. Recurrent dreams may indicate unresolved tension, unspoken truths, or unprocessed memory. They return not to torment but to remind. Each repetition is an invitation to listen more deeply. Lucid dreams, where the dreamer becomes aware within the dream, open a different dimension. In this state, one navigates the dream with intention. It is a rare and trainable skill, a bridge between conscious and unconscious awareness. Some use it to fly, to create, to explore. Others use it for healing, confronting fears in a realm where the rules can be bent. Lucid dreaming challenges the assumption that dreaming is passive. It reveals that the boundary between will and wonder is more fragile than we believed. And yet, not all dreams are luminous. Nightmares, with their jarring intensity, occupy a shadowed corner of this experience. They are more frequent in children, in those with trauma, in moments of deep stress. But even these dreams may serve a purpose. They force attention to what waking life avoids. They dramatize inner conflict, making visible what lies hidden. Some therapies invite patients to revisit nightmares consciously, to change the ending, to reclaim the dream as a site of agency rather than fear. Modern research also explores cultural dimensions of dreaming. In many indigenous traditions, dreams are not private experiences but communal events. They are shared, interpreted together, seen as guidance or prophecy. In the modern West, dreams are often relegated to the personal and the psychological. But across cultures, dreams have been viewed as messages, from ancestors, from spirits, from the self. This cross-cultural lens reminds us that the meaning of dreams is shaped not only by biology, but by belief. Science now peers into dreams with tools of precision, EEGs, MRIs, cognitive models. But the essence of dreaming resists reduction. It is not merely a byproduct of neural activity. It is an experience, a theater, a sanctuary, a mirror. It is the place where the brain writes poetry in its own tongue. And though we have mapped its phases, traced its regions, and charted its functions, we still do not know how the dream finds story. There is something sacred in that mystery. For all our understanding, dreams retain their shimmer. They move through us like weather, unpredictable, intimate, and vast. They carry fragments of the self, and yet feel larger than us, connected to something deep and ancient. We dream not because we must, but because we are made to. The dream is part of our design. And in every dream, whether joyful or dark, chaotic or serene, something essential is revealed. Not always in words, not always in ways we understand, but in the way a dream clings to the skin long after waking, in the way it changes the light in the room or the rhythm of thought. We feel its touch. And in that touch, we remember we are creatures not only of daylight but of dusk and drift and distant stars. In the hush that follows waking, before the light fully breaks through the blinds, there lingers the final threads of a dream, fragile, slipping away like dew on warm skin. It is in that twilight space between sleep and awareness that one begins to feel the gravity of dreams, not as passing phantoms, but as carriers of meaning too delicate for the language of the day. There is no sound here, only sensation, only fragments, only the sense that something important has just happened, though it refuses to leave a clear mark. Dreams, in this sense, become more than mere mental static. They are messages whispered by the unconscious, woven from memory, fear, hope, and imagination. To ask why we dream is to unravel the deepest workings of the human mind. Not just the mind that thinks, but the mind that feels, remembers, and imagines without effort. Modern neuroscience has mapped the terrain of sleep with extraordinary precision. REM cycles, brainwave fluctuations, the rise and fall of neurotransmitters, yet still, the question of why drifts beyond the reach of graphs and scans. Because dreaming, while grounded in biology, is born of something more elusive. It is shaped by the intangible, by desire, by pain, by stories too complex for logic to hold. Dreams are not separate from waking life. They are shaped by it, and, in turn, shape it. Every experience we absorb, every joy, every wound, every image burned behind the eyes, feeds into the reservoir from which dreams are drawn. Scientists refer to this as the continuity hypothesis, suggesting that our dreams reflect the concerns, thoughts, and themes of our waking lives. A face seen once in a crowd may return in sleep, transformed. A worry tucked beneath the surface of daily composure may emerge in the exaggerated form of an imploding building or a vanishing voice. Dreams process, distort, and reassemble, giving emotion a stage to perform upon. The hippocampus, central to memory formation, interacts with other regions of the brain during sleep, consolidating what we learn and feel. This process, however, is not linear. It is emotional. Sleep studies have shown that emotionally charged memories are more likely to be retained and re-experienced in dreams. In the absence of distractions, the brain revisits what matters most, not necessarily what is most logical, but what is most felt. Thus, the dream becomes a landscape sculpted by intensity rather than clarity. In this landscape, the self becomes fluid. Identity in waking life is often rigid. A name, a history, a profession, a body. But in dreams, the self slips its boundaries. You may be both observer and participant. You may change gender, age, shape, even species, without shock. There is a liberation in this dissolution. The ego, with its tight grip on reality, loosens its hold, allowing buried facets of the self to surface. In doing so, the dream allows us to encounter ourselves in raw, symbolic form, unmasked and unfiltered. This capacity for transformation is not random. The sleeping brain does not invent at whim. It pulls from symbols that carry emotional weight, personal meaning, and cultural resonance. These symbols are not always shared across people, but their function is universal, to express what cannot be said. A lost key, a growing shadow, a stairway without end. Such images are not puzzles to be solved, but emotions to be felt. They are the body's poetry, the psyche's art. Freud, one of the early explorers of the dream's terrain, saw them as expressions of repressed desire. Jung, his contemporary and one-time collaborator, believed they revealed archetypes in the collective unconscious. Though their methods have been critiqued and revised, their intuition remains relevant, that dreams are a dialogue between the surface and the depths, between the known and the unknowable. That within each dream lies a question the mind dares not ask aloud. Today's psychology recognizes that the value of dreams may not be in universal interpretations, but in personal insight. Dream therapy does not prescribe fixed meanings. Instead, it invites reflection, asking, "What did you feel? What do you associate with this image? Why does it linger?" In this way, dreams become a mirror, not of fixed symbols, but of living emotion. They offer the dreamer a map, not of the external world, but of the internal terrain still being discovered. Children, before they fully acquire language, dream in sensations, in imagery, in unformed narratives. Their dreams are raw and often vivid, unbound by adult logic. As language takes hold, dreams grow more structured but never fully conform. They resist grammar. They fold time and space. And as we age, the tone of dreams changes. The fears and hopes of youth give way to the anxieties and longings of adulthood. Yet the capacity for dreaming never fades. Even in the elderly, the dreaming, mind remains active, reflecting a lifetime of experience and unresolved fragments. In times of trauma, dreams often turn dark. Nightmares become frequent, repetitive, intense. But these dreams are not betrayals of the mind. They are its cry for healing. The brain replays traumatic events in sleep, often in altered or symbolic form, as it attempts to integrate the experience. Therapists who work with trauma survivors often note that progress in recovery is marked by changes in dream content. As the waking mind processes pain, the dreaming mind shifts from chaos to coherence. In this way, dreams are not only mirrors, but barometers of healing. In contrast, dreams also offer refuge. In illness and grief and isolation, the dream can become a sanctuary. A loved one long gone may return in sleep, not as memory, but as presence. The boundaries of reality soften, allowing reunion, comfort, even closure. The emotional realism of these dreams can be profound, often leaving a stronger imprint than waking moments. In them, the impossible becomes real, not through denial, but through a deeper kind of truth. The truth of what we need, what we long for, what we still carry. There are also dreams that predict or seem to. A place seen before it is visited, a conversation remembered before it happens. Though science approaches such claims with caution, the phenomenon of precognitive dreams remains reported across cultures and centuries. One explanation lies in the brain's extraordinary capacity to process patterns. What feels like prediction may be the result of deep, unconscious processing. Intuitions form through layers of subtle cues. The brain, in dreaming, may stitch together possibilities before the conscious mind has time to catch up. And there are shared dreams, moments when two people report dreaming of each other, or of the same place without having spoken. Such accounts challenge our understanding of mind and consciousness, yet they persist. Some researchers propose that emotional closeness creates cognitive overlaps. Others suggest it is coincidence shaped by selective memory. But in the mystery of such dreams, something deeper is felt. The possibility that our minds, though housed in separate bodies, may sometimes touch. As science advances, technology now allows glimpses into the dreaming mind. Experiments using fMRI scans can reconstruct visual patterns seen in dreams with startling accuracy. Brain-computer interfaces hint at a future where dreams may be recorded, even played back. Such tools, while promising, raise questions as profound as they are technical. What are we seeing when we watch a dream? Is it memory, emotion, narrative? Can a machine ever translate the ineffable? The ethics of dream recording, too, are complex. Dreams are private, more intimate than words, more revealing than photographs. If dreams can be accessed, who owns them? Who interprets them? Who protects them? As the science of dreams moves from observation to intervention, these questions demand answers. For now, the dream remains mostly untouched, shielded by its fleeting nature and its resistance to decoding. Yet the desire to understand dreams persists, not just to map their mechanics, but to know what they say about us, about who we are when no one is watching, not even ourselves. Because in the dream, we are stripped of performance. We do not edit. We do not pose. We simply become. And what emerges is not random, but revealing. To dream is to surrender control, and in that surrender, we discover another form of freedom. Not the freedom to do, but the freedom to feel, to imagine, to remember in shapes beyond structure. Dreams remind us that the mind is not a machine, but a mystery, that beneath the order of reason lies a river of intuition, winding through the darkness. And when we wake, though the details dissolve, the essence remains. A shift in perspective, a softened grief, a spark of inspiration. The dream continues to speak if we choose to listen, not with analysis but with presence, to ask not what the dream means, but what it moves within us. Some nights the dreams come not as images but as sensations, an overwhelming weight in the chest, a current of joy so sharp it stings, a feeling of falling that stretches across time without ever landing. They arrive uninvited, undirected, yet they command attention. One might awaken breathless, heart pounding, with no memory of what just unfolded, only the echo of something meaningful. This is the dream's most subtle power. It touches us where language fails, where consciousness alone cannot go. In these moments, we sense that dreams do not merely come from within us, but also move through us, as if answering an ancient rhythm beyond explanation. The physiology of dreaming is a marvel of coordination. During REM sleep, the phase most associated with vivid dreams, the body undergoes a strange duality. The brain becomes highly active, mimicking the patterns of waking life, while the muscles fall into a state of near paralysis. This paralysis, known as atonia, protects the dreamer from acting out their visions. The eyes may dart beneath closed lids, tracking unseen movements, but the limbs lie still. It is a kind of temporary surrender to the inner world, a safety net allowing the psyche to play out its hidden theater without physical consequence. And what a theater it is! A place where time folds into itself, where a single moment can stretch into eternity, or years may compress into seconds. A house becomes a labyrinth, a voice speaks without words, a city rises from the ocean floor. In waking life, logic governs experience. In dreaming, emotion becomes the architect. The mind builds entire worlds out of fear or longing, joy or confusion, often layering memory atop invention, fact beneath fantasy. These worlds are no less real for being intangible. They leave their mark on us, sometimes more deeply than the events of the day. One recurring theme in dreams is flight. So many have dreamt of soaring above streets and trees, of defying gravity without effort. It is an ancient motif found across cultures and eras. Psychologists have long pondered its meaning: freedom, escape, transcendence. But perhaps the dream of flight speaks not just to personal desires, but to the mind's innate yearning for expansion. In the dream, we are not bound by physics or fear. We rise not to escape the world, but to remember that the soul was never meant to crawl. There are dreams that frighten, nightmares that leave one gasping in the dark, haunted by images too vivid to dismiss. Yet even these have their purpose. Nightmares are not punishments, they are alarms. The psyche's way of signaling imbalance, of urging confrontation with what has been ignored. Often, they reflect the body's or mind's distress, stress, illness, trauma. But they also speak in symbols, drawing attention to fears unspoken, truths unfaced. In facing them, the dreamer may begin to reclaim power, not by banishing the nightmare, but by listening to what it has come to say. Lucid dreaming, a phenomenon where the dreamer becomes aware they are dreaming, offers a curious bridge between waking and sleeping consciousness. Some who achieve lucidity learn to navigate their dreams, to shape them like artists at work on a canvas. They fly at will, conjure lost loved ones, ask questions of their subconscious. Lucid dreaming invites the dreamer not merely to witness, but to participate, to become a co-creator of the inner world. Though rare for many, it can be cultivated through intention, practice, and a gentle attentiveness to the line between the seen and the imagined. But even without lucidity, all dreams contain within them the seeds of transformation. Carl Jung spoke of the dream as the psyche's attempt to compensate for imbalances in the waking mind. If we deny sorrow by day, it may rise by night. If we suppress desire, it may surface in dreamt encounters. In this sense, the dream is not separate from us, but a part of us that has found its own voice. Listening to that voice, even when cryptic, is to begin a dialogue with the hidden self. And through that dialogue, healing can occur, not in the form of answers, but in the act of recognition. Dream recall varies from person to person. Some awaken with entire narratives intact, while others remember only fragments, or nothing at. Factors such as sleep cycles, stress levels, and even attitude toward dreaming influence recall. Those who keep dream journals often report improved memory and deeper insight, not because the dreams change, but because the attention given to them deepens the connection. To write a dream upon waking is to honor it, to say, "This matters, even if I don't yet know why." Over time, patterns emerge, symbols recur, the inner story begins to take shape. There are cultures in which dreams are treated not as curiosities, but as communal knowledge. Among the Senoi of Malaysia, dream sharing is a daily practice, with each member of the community invited to tell their dreams and receive guidance. The Aboriginal peoples of Australia speak of the dream time, a sacred era in which ancestral spirits created the land and continue to speak through dreams. In many Native American traditions, dreams are seen as spiritual messages, with particular animals or symbols carrying specific meanings. These traditions remind us that dreaming is not only a personal act, but a cultural one, a bridge between the individual and the collective. Science, too, has begun to explore the dream's role in creativity. History is full of breakthroughs born in sleep, the periodic table to Mendeleev, the structure of benzene to Kekulé, the melody of yesterday to McCartney. What these stories share is not accident, but the brain's capacity to connect distant ideas when freed from the constraints of conscious thought. In the dream, the mind wanders without judgment, exploring combinations too strange or daring for the day. It is not that the dream solves the problem, but that it shows the mind what it already knew, in a language only sleep can speak. Artists, writers, and musicians have long turned to dreams for inspiration. Salvador Dali famously used hypnagogic states to capture surreal images. William Blake believed his visions were as real as any waking moment. The surrealists sought to unlock the unconscious through dream imagery, believing that art should reflect not the external world, but the inner one. In these pursuits, dreams are not seen as distractions, but as sources, pure, unedited glimpses into the depths of perception. Dreams also serve a biological function. Researchers believe that during REM sleep, the brain prunes unnecessary connections while strengthening others. This process aids in memory consolidation, learning, and emotional regulation. But beyond this practical function, there is the intangible value. The dream as a rehearsal, a simulation, a theater of becoming. We dream of arguments never had, journeys never taken, losses never endured. Yet the emotional truth is real. And in living through these experiences in dreams, we prepare for what waking life may ask of us. As we sleep, the mind shifts into a mode where metaphor reigns. A locked door may stand for grief. A flood might reflect overwhelm. The unconscious mind speaks not in prose, but in poetry, rich, layered, elusive. To decode a dream is not to solve a puzzle, but to enter a space where logic bows to emotion. This is why dreams often defy analysis, and why the same dream can mean something different to the same person at different times. Dreams evolve with us, mirroring our internal changes, our shifting landscapes. In the realm of sleep, we are all storytellers. Each night, the brain constructs narratives from fragments, weaving plots that sometimes make sense only to the soul, and perhaps that is enough. To dream is to tell ourselves stories, not just of what was, but of what might be. These stories carry no moral, no mandate. They do not demand action, they simply offer reflection, an invitation to look inward and wonder. For the dream is not a riddle to be solved, but a companion to be known. It waits quietly behind the veil of sleep, ready to speak in colors and symbols in silence. And when we dare to listen, when we dare to remember, we step into a deeper knowing, not of the world, but of ourselves. In the slow drift of night, when the mind softens and thoughts loosen their hold on reason, the dream steps forward to reclaim stage. It does not knock, it does not wait for permission. It arrives like mist spilling through the cracks of certainty, quietly, insistently, until waking logic dissolves. And then the performance begins, not one of spectacle, but of introspection. This inner theater, built from memory and longing, trauma and hope, becomes the canvas where the soul paints its silent language. Dreams often dance at the edge of paradox. They defy the binaries of real and unreal, past and future, truth and fiction. You may walk through the corridors of a childhood home that no longer stands, or speak with a version of yourself that has never existed. You may feel sorrow in a joyous scene, or elation in a moment of destruction. These contradictions are not mistakes. They are the dream's essence. In the dream world, the rules bend, but meaning sharpens. What the conscious mind struggles to confront, the dream expresses with unapologetic clarity. In this nocturnal landscape, identity becomes fluid. You may dream as yourself or as another, watching your actions from a distance, or feeling the thoughts of someone else move through your own. Boundaries dissolve, not just between places and times, but between selves. The mask of ego slips, and what lies beneath is often unexpected. A fragment of forgotten grief, a shadow of suppressed desire, a glimpse of a life not chosen. This flexibility of identity within dreams opens space for healing, for exploration, for understanding parts of the self often hidden from daylight. Memory plays a strange game in dreams. It offers fragments altered slightly or fused with invention. A mother's voice from years ago might echo in a stranger's face. A street from another country may appear next to your current bedroom. This blending of times and places is not confusion. It is integration. The mind, unfettered by waking constraints, reaches across timelines and binds together emotional truths. Memory is not recalled. It is relived, transformed by feeling, by meaning, by the unconscious thread that links what was with what still lingers. In some dreams, we revisit moments we thought we had left behind. We sit again with the departed. We apologize to those we never got to forgive. We run from the fears we have not yet named. These dreams are not memories replayed. They are rituals of the psyche, a way of metabolizing what was too heavy to hold in daylight. And sometimes, through these dream rituals, we come to peace, not a peace of forgetting, but of honoring, of acknowledging the wound and allowing it to breathe. The symbols within dreams speak in a language that predates words. A tree may mean stability, or the family, or simply the desire to root. A mirror might reflect not the face but the hidden self. Water often signals emotion, deep, shifting, sometimes overwhelming. But symbols are not universal. While there are shared archetypes, each dreamer speaks their own dialect. A snake may mean fear to one, wisdom to another, transformation to a third. To interpret a dream is to listen not just with intellect, but with intuition, to feel what each image stirs within the dreamer's own story. There are dreams that seem to echo beyond the self, collective dreams, archetypal dreams, those that feel less like personal expressions and more like ancient stories retold. Carl Jung called this the collective unconscious, a realm where humanity's shared symbols and narratives live. These dreams may carry themes of birth, death, rebirth, of journeys and trials, of the sacred and the monstrous. When such dreams arrive, they often leave a residue, a sense that something larger has spoken through the individual. They remind us that we are not separate from the vast river of human experience, but immersed in its flow. Some nights, dreams, bleed into the space between waking and sleep, a twilight zone known as the hypnagogic state. In this liminal space, images flash unbidden, voices whisper from nowhere, thoughts blur into visions. Artists and inventors have long tapped this threshold, catching fleeting insights as they drift into sleep. Thomas Edison is said to have held metal balls in his hands while napping, so that the crash of their fall would wake him just as visions began. In that instant of transition, before sleep fully claims the body, the gates between conscious and unconscious open widest. On the other side lies the hypnopompic state, the brief window upon waking, when dream and reality overlap. In this fragile moment, the world feels charged with residue. Emotions from the dream still pulse, the logic of the night's vision clings like morning fog. Here one may feel inexplicable sadness, joy, clarity, or confusion, remnants of the journey just ended. And though the dream fades quickly, it often leaves a mark deeper than understanding. It is in these moments that many awaken with a new idea, a sudden knowing, or a mysterious ache that has no name. There is a kind of reverence in tending to dreams, to wake slowly, to recall the fragments before they dissolve, to write them down with care. It is a practice of listening, of honoring the unseen parts of the self. In ancient cultures, dreams were recorded not only for personal insight, but for communal guidance. Temples were built for dream incubation, rituals practiced to invite visions. Though modern life moves quickly and dreams are often dismissed as noise, the invitation remains. Every night, the inner world opens. Every morning, the choice to listen returns. Some dreams return over and over. The same staircase, the same forest, the same faceless figure. Recurring dreams often signal something unresolved, a message undelivered, a fear unaddressed, a desire unacknowledged. They are persistent not to torment but to be witnessed. The psyche repeats itself until it is heard. In this repetition, there is wisdom. For while the dream may not offer a solution, it offers presence. It says, pay attention. This matters. Look again. At times we dream of what has not yet happened, a conversation that later unfolds word for word, a place we have never been, yet someday recognize. These moments, often dismissed as coincidence, hint at a mystery not yet mapped by science. Precognitive dreams remain one of the more enigmatic corners of dream study, rare, difficult to measure, but profoundly felt by those who experience them. Whether they arise from subconscious pattern recognition or tap into a deeper temporal stream, they remind us that time, in dreams, is not a straight line, but a spiral. For those who have suffered trauma, dreams can be both battleground and sanctuary. The mind, unable to process certain experiences in waking life, may turn to dreams to try again, to revisit, to make sense. Nightmares may come, unrelenting, replaying the pain. But so may healing dreams, where the victim becomes the protector, the silence is broken, the lost is returned. In trauma recovery, dreaming plays a crucial role, not just as symptom but as salve. It is the mind's way of returning to the wound with new resources, new strength, and eventually, new peace. Sleep disorders like sleep paralysis further complicate the landscape. In sleep paralysis, the body remains in REM atonia while the mind wakes. The result can be terrifying: awareness without movement, sometimes accompanied by hallucinations. Across cultures, this has been interpreted through myth, the old hag, the demon, the visitor in the night. Science explains the mechanics, but the experience remains profoundly strange. It blurs the line between dreaming and waking, reminding us how thin the veil can be. For some, it is a portal to lucid dreaming. For others, a shadowed threshold they wish never to cross again. Technology has begun to touch the edges of dreams. Researchers explore ways to influence dream content through sound cues, olfactory triggers, even wearable devices that monitor REM cycles. Artists experiment with dream recording devices, speculative as they may be. But despite these advances, the dream remains elusive. It cannot be fully captured, dissected, or predicted. It slips from the grasp of machines, existing not as data, but as experience. In an age obsessed with measurement, the dream remains a sanctuary of the immeasurable. And so we return, night after night, to the hidden chamber within. We lay our heads upon the unknown and surrender. We drift not into oblivion, but into story. Each dream, whether remembered or not, shapes the soil of the soul. It feeds the unseen roots from which thought and feeling grow. And whether it carries terror or tenderness, absurdity or awe, the dream bears witness to who we are beneath the surface, raw, vulnerable, infinitely vast. As morning approaches and the veil begins to lift, we carry back with us fragments, a color, a phrase, a feeling. They may seem small, these traces, but they are enough. Enough to remind us that we are more than what we see, that within us lives a world unbound by time or reason, a world that, even in silence, sings. The landscape of dreams is vast and varied, shaped by the infinite intricacies of the human mind. It is a realm where imagination mingles with memory, where emotions are given voice without the filter of logic. To understand why we dream, one must consider not just the biological necessity of sleep, but the psychological and spiritual significance that dreams hold across cultures and epochs. Throughout history, dreams have been revered as messages from the divine, prophecies, or gateways to alternate realities. In modern science, they are studied as reflections of brain activity, emotional processing, and cognitive rehearsal. Yet, despite this diversity of interpretation, one truth remains universal. Dreams serve as a vital bridge between the conscious and unconscious realms. Dreams act as a mirror, reflecting the hidden depths of the psyche. The images and narratives that unfold while we sleep are rarely straightforward. They speak in metaphor and symbol, often requiring a translator's patience to decipher. They reveal our fears, desires, regrets, and hopes, sometimes in stark clarity, sometimes in puzzling ambiguity. This symbolic language allows us to access parts of ourselves that remain inaccessible during waking hours. It is as if the mind, freed from the demands of reality, steps into a deeper conversation with itself, exploring themes that demand attention. Neurologically, dreaming occurs primarily during rapid eye movement, REM sleep, a phase characterized by heightened brain activity. During REM, the brain's limbic system, responsible for emotion, becomes highly active, while the prefrontal cortex, the seat of rational thought, dampens down. This imbalance explains why dreams often feel emotionally charged yet illogical. The vividness of REM dreams, coupled with the emotional intensity, suggests that dreaming serves as a form of emotional processing. By simulating scenarios that elicit strong feelings, the brain may be rehearsing responses to threats or rehearsing emotional resolutions. Some scientists propose that dreaming evolved as a survival mechanism. The threat simulation theory suggests that dreams allow us to practice responses to danger in a safe environment. This evolutionary advantage would have increased our ancestors' ability to react swiftly and effectively in the waking world. Dreams of being chased, falling, or confronting predators may thus be echoes of ancient survival drills. However, not all dreams are fearful. Many involve social interactions, problem-solving, or creative invention, indicating that dreams serve multiple functions beyond threat simulation. Creativity and problem-solving have long been linked to dreaming. The unconscious mind can weave disparate ideas into novel combinations, bypassing the linear constraints of waking thought. History is replete with stories of artists, writers, and scientists who found inspiration in their dreams. The chemist Auguste Kekulé famously dreamt of a snake biting its own tail, which inspired the structure of the benzene molecule. Composer Giuseppe Tartini claimed that his most famous violin sonata was dictated to him by a dream. These examples illuminate the power of dreams as a wellspring of insight, where the mind experiments with ideas beyond conscious control. Dreams also offer a rehearsal space for identity and social roles. In dreams, we may encounter friends, family, strangers, or ourselves in altered forms. These interactions provide a laboratory for emotional growth, empathy, and self-understanding. Through repeated dream scenarios, the psyche explores conflicts, rehearses resolutions, and integrates fragmented aspects of identity. This continual negotiation helps maintain psychological balance, fostering resilience and adaptability. The spiritual dimension of dreams has captivated humanity since time immemorial. Many indigenous cultures regard dreams as portals to other worlds, sources of wisdom, or encounters with ancestral spirits. Shamans enter trance states to journey through dream realms, seeking guidance and healing. In ancient Egypt, dreams were interpreted by priests to predict the future or uncover hidden truths. The Bible and other religious texts contain numerous accounts of prophetic dreams. This universal reverence suggests that dreams are not merely internal phenomena, but connect us to a transcendent reality. Despite centuries of fascination and study, dreams retain an aura of mystery. The unconscious mind is a vast ocean, and each night's dream a wave rising and falling within it. Some dreams feel random and meaningless, while others leave us with profound insights or lingering questions. Whether viewed as neurological events, psychological tools, or spiritual gifts, dreams remind us of the richness and complexity of human consciousness. To dream is to engage with the unknown. It is to traverse a landscape where past, present, and future converge, where reality and fantasy entwine, where the self is both subject and object. Dreams hold a mirror not only to our individual psyche but to the collective human experience. They invite us to listen, to reflect, and to embrace the mysteries that lie beneath the surface of everyday life. In the quiet hours, as the world sleeps, the dream speaks. It whispers secrets we have forgotten, reveals paths yet untaken, and connects us to the timeless dance of mind and soul. To dream is to remember who we are beneath the masks we wear, a journey into the heart of being itself. Within the swirling depths of our nightly journeys, dreams unfold like a living tapestry, woven from the threads of experience, emotion, and the ineffable. Each dream is a personal myth, a sacred narrative that reveals fragments of our inner world that remain concealed beneath the surface of waking consciousness. The significance of these nocturnal stories transcends the boundaries of individual psychology, touching on universal themes that resonate through cultures and ages. Dreams hold the power to transform, to heal, and to illuminate the shadowed corridors of the self, inviting us to explore not just what we are, but what we might become. The act of dreaming itself is a profound expression of the brain's creativity and complexity. Unlike the linear logic that governs our waking minds, dreams embrace ambiguity and contradiction. Time folds and stretches, identities shift and merge, and the ordinary becomes extraordinary. This fluidity allows the psyche to engage with problems and emotions in ways that are inaccessible during the day. Through metaphor and symbol, the dream mind crafts stories that bypass rational defenses, speaking directly to the heart and soul. Freud once called dreams the royal road to the unconscious, viewing them as a gateway to hidden desires and repressed conflicts. His psychoanalytic approach emphasized the decoding of dream symbols to uncover latent content. While modern neuroscience has expanded our understanding of sleep and brain activity, Freud's insight into the symbolic nature of dreams remains influential. Yet dreams are not merely vessels of hidden wishes. They are dynamic processes that reflect the continuous interplay of memory, emotion, and cognition. Carl Jung extended the exploration of dreams into the realm of the collective unconscious, proposing that dreams connect us to archetypal images and universal patterns. He observed that certain symbols, such as the wise old man, the great mother, or the hero's journey, appear across cultures and epochs, suggesting a shared psychological heritage. These archetypes surface in dreams as guides, challenges, or revelations, offering a map of the soul's journey toward wholeness. Jung's work invites us to view dreams as sacred texts, rich with meaning and spiritual potential. The science of dreams has advanced with the advent of brain imaging and sleep studies. Researchers have identified the stages of sleep, highlighting REM sleep as the primary phase during which vivid dreaming occurs. During REM, the brain's emotional centers are highly active, while regions responsible for critical reasoning are less engaged. This neural configuration explains why dreams often feel intense, bizarre, or illogical. Studies also reveal that dreaming plays a vital role in memory consolidation, emotional regulation, and problem-solving. Dreams serve as a rehearsal ground for emotional resilience. By simulating threatening or challenging scenarios, the mind practices coping strategies in a safe environment. This function may help reduce anxiety and prepare the individual for real-life stresses. Additionally, dreams facilitate the integration of new information and experiences, weaving them into the fabric of existing memories. This ongoing process supports psychological adaptation and growth. Beyond individual benefit, dreams foster creativity and innovation. The dream state dissolves boundaries between concepts, enabling novel connections and insights. Many artists, scientists, and inventors credit their breakthroughs to dream-inspired revelations. The unconscious mind's capacity to explore possibilities unbounded by conscious constraints allows it to generate ideas that might otherwise remain dormant. Dreams thus become a crucible for creativity, a source of inspiration that enriches both personal and collective endeavors. In many cultures, dreams hold sacred significance. Indigenous traditions often regard dreams as a means of communication with ancestors, spirits, or the divine. Rituals and ceremonies surround the act of dreaming, emphasizing its role in healing and guidance. The wisdom of these practices underscores the importance of honoring dreams as more than mere neurological phenomena. They are portals to other realms and dimensions of experience. The enigmatic nature of dreams challenges our understanding of reality itself. In dreams, the line between subject and object blurs. The self becomes both observer and participant. This duality invites profound philosophical reflection on the nature of consciousness and existence. Are dreams merely internal hallucinations, or do they connect us to deeper layers of reality? Such questions remain open, fueling inquiry across disciplines. Dreams also offer a mirror to our personal transformation. Recurring themes or symbols may point to unresolved issues or ongoing growth. Nightmares can signal areas of psychological distress requiring attention, while lucid dreams, where the dreamer gains awareness and control, provide opportunities for active exploration and healing. The practice of dream journaling and interpretation fosters self-awareness, enabling individuals to engage consciously with their inner worlds. The mystery of why we dream persists, because dreaming touches on the essence of what it means to be human. Dreams reflect our capacity for imagination, our need for connection, and our longing for meaning. They reveal the interplay between biology and spirit, between the seen and unseen. To dream is to embark on a journey inward, to navigate the landscape of the psyche where healing, creativity, and insight reside. As dawn breaks and sleep fades, the memories of dreams slip like sand through fingers, evanescent yet enduring. Their influence, subtle or profound, lingers in moods, thoughts, and sometimes in the unfolding of life itself. Dreams remind us that beneath the surface of waking life lies a vast, vibrant world, alive with possibility and mystery. In honoring our dreams, we honor the depths of our being and the infinite potential within. Dreams, in their ethereal nature, serve as a profound testament to the complexity of the human mind and the subtle interplay between consciousness and unconsciousness. They emerge from the shadows of sleep to paint vivid, sometimes surreal scenes that challenge our understanding of reality and self. While the precise reason why we dream remains one of neuroscience's greatest mysteries, the multifaceted roles that dreams play suggest that they are essential to both mental and emotional well-being. One essential function of dreams is their role in emotional processing. During waking hours, we encounter a barrage of experiences, some joyous, others stressful or painful. Dreams provide a sanctuary where the brain can safely reprocess these emotions without the immediate demands of the external world. Neuroscientific studies reveal that during REM sleep, brain regions involved in emotion, such as the amygdala, become highly active. This heightened activity suggests that dreams function as a form of emotional regulation, enabling the mind to make sense of feelings, reduce distress, and achieve psychological equilibrium. Dreams also contribute to memory, consolidation. Throughout the day, our brains absorb vast amounts of information, much of which is transient. Sleep, particularly the REM phase, supports the transfer of short-term memories into long-term storage, integrating new knowledge with existing memories. Dreams, by engaging with fragments of daily life, may help the brain rehearse and reinforce important information. This function underscores the practical significance of dreams in learning and cognitive development. Beyond the biological functions, dreams tap into the creative potential of the mind. The fluid, boundaryless nature of dreams allows ideas to intermingle freely, often resulting in unexpected insights. Dreamers can experience novel problem-solving approaches or artistic inspiration that escapes conscious thought's constraints. This phenomenon illustrates the deep connection between dreaming and creativity. a relationship that has inspired countless cultural works and scientific discoveries. Dreams can also reveal unresolved conflicts and desires. The symbolic narratives that unfold in dreams often highlight psychological tensions that may be too difficult to confront directly while awake. By presenting these conflicts in metaphorical form, dreams invite reflection and healing. This therapeutic aspect of dreaming is harnessed in practices such as dream analysis and psychotherapy, where individuals explore the meaning of their dreams to foster self-awareness and growth. The cultural significance of dreams cannot be overstated. Across the globe, societies have revered dreams as sacred messages, sources of prophecy, or encounters with the divine. Ancient civilizations, such as the Egyptians and Greeks, cultivated sophisticated methods for interpreting dreams, believing them to hold clues about fate and destiny. In indigenous cultures, dreams are often woven into spiritual practices, connecting individuals to ancestors, nature, and cosmic forces. This rich tapestry of cultural perspectives highlights the universal human fascination with dreams. Dreams also challenge the boundaries of perception and reality. They blur the lines between what is real and what is imagined, inviting philosophical inquiry into the nature of consciousness. Some theories propose that dreams are a form of alternate reality or parallel experience, though these ideas remain speculative. Regardless, the subjective vividness of dreams can feel as tangible as waking life, underscoring the fluidity of experience. Lucid dreaming, where the dreamer becomes aware of the dream state and can exert some control, opens additional dimensions of exploration. Lucid dreamers can navigate their dreams intentionally, confronting fears, practicing skills, or simply savoring the creative freedom. This phenomenon highlights the potential for conscious engagement with the unconscious, bridging two realms of mind. The mystery of dreams ultimately reflects the profound depth of human existence. They serve as windows into our inner landscapes, revealing the dynamics of memory, emotion, creativity, and spirituality. Dreams remind us that beneath the veneer of waking life lies a rich, vibrant inner world that continually shapes who we are. In embracing the enigma of dreams, we embrace the complexity of ourselves. We acknowledge that our minds are not merely passive vessels but active creators, weaving nightly narratives that hold clues to our deepest truths. Dreams call us to listen, to reflect, and to honor the unseen realms within. As the night sky fades and the waking world returns, the echoes of dreams persist, subtle, haunting, transformative. They invite us to remember that life itself is a dream in motion, a continuous unfolding of mystery, wonder, and possibility. Dreams serve as a gateway to the vast inner universe of the human mind, a realm where reality bends and the impossible becomes plausible. Within this nocturnal theater, fragments of the past, present, and potential futures collide and coalesce, weaving narratives that defy the linearity of waking life. This boundless realm is not simply a random firing of neurons, but a deeply meaningful process that touches the essence of human experience. Each dream, whether vivid or faint, joyful or terrifying, contributes to our understanding of ourselves and the world we inhabit. At its core, dreaming is an act of synthesis. The brain gathers pieces of memories, emotions, desires, and fears, merging them into symbolic tapestries that speak a language beyond words. This synthesis enables the integration of disparate elements of our identity, facilitating psychological harmony. Dreams serve as a crucible where conscious and unconscious aspects of the self meet, dialogue, and sometimes clash, ultimately fostering a more cohesive sense of being. This integration is particularly vital in processing trauma and loss. Traumatic experiences often leave psychological wounds that are difficult to heal during waking life. Dreams, however, provide a unique opportunity to revisit and reframe these painful memories in a controlled environment. Through recurring themes or symbolic imagery, the mind works to reconcile trauma, gradually reducing its emotional charge. This nocturnal processing can be a crucial component of healing, often reflected in therapeutic techniques such as imagery rehearsal therapy for nightmares. The social dimension of dreaming is equally compelling. Dreams frequently involve other people, friends, family, strangers, allowing us to explore relationships and social dynamics in ways that extend beyond conscious awareness. Interactions in dreams can reveal hidden feelings, unresolved conflicts, or unspoken desires, providing a safe space for emotional exploration. This social rehearsal function contributes to empathy and interpersonal understanding, enriching our connections in waking life. Moreover, dreams allow for experimentation with identity and possibility. In dreams, we might embody different roles, genders, or personas, experiencing life from alternative perspectives. This fluidity offers a form of psychological flexibility that can enhance creativity, problem-solving, and self-awareness. By exploring these alternative selves, we broaden our understanding of who we are and who we might become. Scientific inquiry into dreams has also uncovered their importance in neurological health. Sleep deprivation and disruption of REM sleep have profound effects on cognitive function, emotional stability, and overall well-being. The inability to dream or remember dreams is often linked to neurological disorders, highlighting dreaming's role in maintaining brain health. This biological necessity underscores that dreams are not mere ephemera, but essential components of the mind's restorative processes. In the realm of creativity, dreams serve as a fertile ground for innovation. The dissolution of logical constraints during dreaming allows for novel associations and insights. Artists, writers, musicians, and inventors have long drawn inspiration from their dreams, accessing a wellspring of creativity that transcends conscious control. This link between dreams and creative genius attests to the profound potential residing in the dreaming mind. Culturally, dreams continue to captivate and inspire. From the prophetic visions of ancient seers to the surreal imagery of modern art, dreams have shaped human expression across centuries. They invite us to engage with mysteries that transcend empirical understanding, opening doors to spiritual reflection and existential inquiry. Dreams challenge us to embrace uncertainty and explore the unknown dimensions of experience. The philosophical implications of dreaming are vast. Questions arise about the nature of reality, consciousness, and the self. If dreams can feel as real as waking life, what does that say about the fabric of existence? Are our waking lives but another form of dreaming? Such questions have fueled philosophical and metaphysical exploration for millennia, reminding us that dreams are not just scientific curiosities but profound existential phenomena. Ultimately, dreaming is an intimate journey into the depths of our being. It is a nightly voyage that reveals the fluidity of identity, the complexity of emotion, and the boundless capacity for imagination. Through dreams, we connect with the unseen parts of ourselves, navigating the mysteries that define the human condition. As the dawn breaks and the dreamscape fades, we carry with us the echoes of these inner adventures, subtle messages, lingering images, and the quiet knowledge that the mind never truly rests. In embracing the enigma of dreams, we embrace the fullness of life itself, a tapestry of light and shadow, mystery and revelation, waking and dreaming intertwined. Dreams weave themselves into the fabric of our existence as silent companions, appearing each night to escort us through hidden landscapes of memory, emotion, and imagination. Their elusive nature challenges us to decipher the meaning encoded in their symbols and narratives, beckoning us to engage with the unconscious realms that shape our waking lives. Despite centuries of inquiry, the essence of why we dream remains, partly shrouded in mystery, an invitation to explore the depths of the mind and spirit. One of the most remarkable qualities of dreams is their ability to transcend the constraints of reality. In dreams, the laws of physics, time, and space bend effortlessly. We may find ourselves soaring through skies, conversing with the deceased, or traversing places both familiar and fantastical. This freedom from waking limitations reflects the mind's innate capacity for creativity and synthesis. Dreaming, thus, serves as a crucible for innovation, allowing the unconscious to generate images and stories that can inspire new perspectives and solutions. The emotional intensity of dreams often surpasses that of waking experience. Dreams can evoke profound joy, terror, sorrow, or awe, sometimes in rapid succession. This heightened affective state arises because the limbic system, responsible for processing emotions, is highly active during REM sleep. Meanwhile, areas associated with logical reasoning, such as the prefrontal cortex, are less engaged, creating a landscape where feelings run wild, unbound by critical scrutiny. The result is a theater where raw emotion is dramatized, offering a unique venue for emotional exploration and regulation. Dreams also serve as a rehearsal space for real-life challenges. By simulating threatening or uncertain scenarios, the dreaming mind practices responses and coping strategies. This function may enhance resilience and preparedness, equipping the individual to face adversity with greater confidence. The subconscious testing ground provided by dreams highlights the adaptive value of dreaming for psychological survival and growth. The symbolic language of dreams often communicates through metaphor, inviting interpretation rather than literal understanding. Symbols in dreams can represent aspects of the self, relationships, or situations, distilled into vivid imagery. For example, water may symbolize emotions, a journey may reflect personal growth, or a locked door may represent an obstacle or secret. This symbolic communication bypasses conscious filters, reaching deeper layers of meaning that can guide insight and transformation. Throughout history, dreams have been sources of prophecy, guidance, and healing. In many indigenous cultures, dreams are integral to spiritual practice, seen as messages from ancestors or the divine. Shamans and healers interpret dreams to diagnose illness, receive wisdom, or navigate the unseen world. These traditions underscore the sacred dimension of dreaming, highlighting its role in connecting individuals to larger cosmic and communal realities. Modern psychological approaches continue to explore the therapeutic potential of dreams. Dream analysis, a technique rooted in psychoanalysis and expanded in contemporary psychotherapy, offers a pathway to self-discovery and healing. By reflecting on dream content and emotional tone, individuals can uncover unconscious conflicts, desires, and patterns. This reflective process can promote integration, insight, and emotional release, supporting mental health and well-being. Neurological research has deepened our understanding of the mechanisms behind dreaming. Studies show that REM sleep, when most vivid dreaming occurs, involves complex interactions between brain regions governing sensory processing, emotion, and memory. This interplay creates the vivid and emotionally charged dream experiences. Moreover, dreaming may facilitate synaptic pruning, the brain's way of optimizing neural connections by removing unnecessary ones, thus maintaining cognitive efficiency. The phenomenon of lucid dreaming, in which dreamers become aware they are dreaming and can exert control, offers a fascinating window into consciousness. Lucid dreamers navigate their dreams with intention, exploring fears, practicing skills, or simply reveling in the dream's creativity. This state blurs the boundary between conscious and unconscious mind, illustrating the fluidity of awareness and the potential for self-mastery even within the dream state. Dreams invite us to consider profound questions about the self and reality. They challenge the notion of a fixed, singular identity, revealing the multiplicity and malleability of consciousness. In dreams, the self may fragment, merge, or transform, suggesting that our waking sense of identity is but one facet of a complex, layered psyche. In contemplating dreams, we confront the mystery of existence itself. Are dreams a private inner world, or do they connect us to universal truths beyond the individual? Do they hint at dimensions of reality that transcend the physical? These questions resist easy answers, reminding us that dreaming is an experience at the frontier of knowledge, where science meets philosophy and spirituality. Ultimately, dreams enrich the human experience by expanding the boundaries of perception and meaning. They invite us to journey inward, to explore the depths of our psyche, and to embrace the unknown. Through dreams, we glimpse the infinite complexity of the mind and the enduring mystery of consciousness. As the sun rises and the veil of sleep lifts, the traces of dreams linger, a whisper of insight, a flicker of feeling, a spark of creativity. They remind us that within us lies a boundless realm of possibility, a universe as vast and profound as the waking world itself. The mysterious realm of dreams unfolds nightly as an intimate dialogue between the conscious mind and its hidden depths. It is a landscape where memory, emotion, and imagination intertwine, creating a rich tapestry of experience that defies the strictures of waking reality. Dreams provide a unique vantage point to observe the mind's intrinsic capacity for synthesis and renewal, acting as both mirrors and windows, reflecting our inner world while opening portals to new perspectives. Dreaming is a dynamic process, shaped by the complex orchestration of neural activity during sleep. The brain's remarkable ability to generate sensory-rich experiences, complete with narrative flow and emotional resonance, points to the sophisticated nature of the dreaming mind. Far from being a mere byproduct of neural firing, dreams serve essential functions that support cognitive and emotional health. Among the most important roles of dreaming is the facilitation of memory consolidation. As we sleep, the brain replays and reorganizes information gathered during the day, filtering what is relevant and integrating it into existing knowledge networks. This process strengthens learning and supports problem-solving. Dreams may represent the subjective experience of this cognitive work, blending fragments of recent events with older memories into symbolic narratives that aid understanding and retention. Emotional processing is another critical aspect of dreaming. Life's challenges and stresses often leave emotional residues that require integration and resolution. Dreams provide a safe haven where difficult feelings can be explored without the constraints of waking logic. The intensity of emotions experienced in dreams, often amplified and surreal, allows for catharsis and insight, promoting psychological balance and healing. Symbolism in dreams invites a deeper level of interpretation, transcending literal meanings, to reveal unconscious truths. Symbols serve as language of the psyche, communicating messages that may be hidden or repressed in waking awareness. By decoding these symbols, individuals can access insights that guide personal growth, decision-making, and emotional release. The creative potential of dreams is extraordinary. Dream states dissolve habitual patterns of thought, encouraging novel associations and original ideas. This openness to innovation has inspired countless artistic, scientific, and literary achievements. Dreams provide a sanctuary where the imagination roams freely, unrestricted by the demands and judgments of conscious thought. Dreams also offer a means of exploring identity and possibility. They allow for experimentation with different roles, perspectives, and scenarios. Such exploration can foster psychological flexibility and self-understanding, enhancing adaptability and resilience. By engaging with alternate selves or futures, the dreaming mind prepares us to navigate the complexities of life with greater insight. From a cultural perspective, dreams have served as conduits for spiritual experience and communal wisdom. Many societies honor dreams as sacred encounters with divine forces or ancestral spirits. Rituals and narratives surrounding dreams underscore their significance as sources of guidance, prophecy, and healing. This spiritual dimension highlights the profound connection between dreaming and the human search for meaning. The neuroscientific study of dreams continues to unravel their biological foundations and implications. Research reveals that REM sleep, characterized by rapid eye movements and brain activity resembling wakefulness, is the phase most closely associated with vivid dreaming. This state facilitates emotional regulation, neural plasticity, and cognitive restoration, underscoring the essential role of dreaming in overall brain function. Lucid dreaming introduces an extraordinary level of consciousness within the dream state, enabling intentional interaction with dream content. This phenomenon offers opportunities for personal growth, creative exploration, and therapeutic intervention. By cultivating awareness within dreams, individuals can confront fears, practice skills, and deepen self-knowledge. Dreams ultimately invite us to contemplate the fluidity of consciousness and the nature of reality itself. They challenge the assumption that waking life is the sole measure of existence, suggesting instead a layered and dynamic psyche capable of infinite expression. Through dreaming, we glimpse the interconnectedness of mind, body, and spirit, revealing the depth and mystery that reside within each of us. As we awaken from the realm of dreams, we carry with us subtle impressions that influence our thoughts, feelings, and actions. These nocturnal journeys enrich our waking life, providing insight, inspiration, and healing. Dreams remind us that the human experience encompasses both the tangible and the transcendent, the known and the unknown, inviting us to explore the boundless terrain of our inner worlds. The world of dreams is a vast, intricate domain where the boundaries between reality and imagination dissolve into a fluid experience of consciousness. Each night, as we surrender to sleep, the mind embarks on a remarkable journey through landscapes woven from fragments of our past, hopes for the future, and the depths of our inner selves. This nocturnal voyage is as essential as it is enigmatic, inviting us to explore mysteries that defy simple explanation, yet hold profound significance for our mental and emotional well-being. Dreams can be understood as the mind's creative playground, where ordinary elements from waking life are transformed into extraordinary scenarios that engage the full spectrum of human emotion. Within this space, time dilates and contracts, identities shift, and impossible feats become commonplace. This suspension of waking rules is not chaos, but a vital process that fosters mental flexibility and emotional resilience. By navigating these altered realities, the brain hones its ability to adapt and innovate. One of the most fascinating aspects of dreaming lies in its role as a mechanism for emotional integration. The experiences we encounter daily often stir complex feelings that can overwhelm conscious processing. Dreams act as a nocturnal therapist, providing a safe environment where these emotions can be re-experienced, examined, and recontextualized. Through symbolic imagery and narrative, the dreaming mind works to resolve conflicts, alleviate anxiety, and promote psychological equilibrium. The symbolic nature of dreams is a language rich in metaphor and archetype. Symbols in dreams serve as bridges to the unconscious, conveying messages that our waking mind may overlook or resist. For example, a winding path may symbolize a journey of self-discovery, while a storm might represent inner turmoil. These symbols invite reflection, encouraging us to engage with hidden dimensions of our psyche and fostering deeper understanding of ourselves and our life circumstances. Dreams also provide a unique venue for rehearsal and preparation. By simulating challenges and scenarios, the mind experiments with responses and strategies, enhancing readiness for real-world situations. This adaptive function underscores the evolutionary advantage of dreaming, as it equips individuals to face uncertainty with greater confidence and flexibility. The creative spark ignited during dreams has fueled human innovation throughout history. Artists, inventors, and thinkers have long drawn inspiration from their dreams, uncovering solutions and ideas that elude the constraints of rational thought. The dream state's liberation from logical boundaries allows for novel connections and imaginative leaps that enrich human culture and progress. Exploring identity within dreams reveals the mind's fluidity and capacity for transformation. Dreamers may assume alternate personas, explore different facets of themselves, or envision possible futures. This experimentation supports self-exploration and growth, expanding the contours of personal identity and opening new pathways for self-expression. Across cultures, dreams occupy a sacred place, regarded as channels of divine communication or windows into spiritual realms. Rituals, myths, and traditions centered on dreams highlight their significance in connecting individuals to larger cosmological and communal narratives. This spiritual dimension invites reverence for dreams as sources of wisdom, guidance, and healing. Advancements in neuroscience continue to illuminate the intricate processes underlying dreaming. REM sleep, characterized by heightened brain activity and vivid dreaming, plays a crucial role in emotional regulation and memory consolidation. The interplay between various brain regions during this phase orchestrates the complex experience of dreaming, emphasizing its importance for cognitive and psychological health. Lucid dreaming, the phenomenon of awareness within the dream state, offers profound insights into consciousness. Lucid dreamers can influence their dreams, exploring fears, desires, and creative impulses with intentionality. This heightened state exemplifies the mind's remarkable capacity for self-reflection and control, even in the depths of sleep. Ultimately, dreams confront us with questions about the nature of reality and selfhood. They challenge the primacy of waking experience, revealing a layered existence where consciousness shifts and transforms. Through dreams, we access a dimension of experience that is at once personal and universal, fleeting yet enduring. As the dawn's light dissolves, the dream world, its echoes linger, subtle impressions that color our thoughts, emotions, and creativity. These nocturnal gifts enrich our waking lives, inviting continual exploration of the boundless landscapes within. Embracing the enigma of dreams is to embrace the fullness of the human experience, a journey that reveals the profound interplay between mind, emotion, and spirit. Dreams emerge each night as an extraordinary facet of human experience, a realm where the mind journeys beyond the tangible confines of everyday life into realms of symbolism, emotion, and insight. They are more than mere illusions. They are dynamic processes that weave together memory, creativity, and the deepest layers of the psyche. The science of dreams reveals a powerful intersection between biology and consciousness, inviting us to understand not only how dreams arise, but also why they matter so deeply. In the sleeping brain, waves of neural activity ripple through circuits that govern perception, emotion, and cognition. Dreams arise most vividly during REM sleep, a phase distinguished by rapid eye movements and brain activation patterns closely mirroring waking states. It is during this phase that the mind orchestrates the synthesis of past experiences, present concerns, and future possibilities, crafting narratives that, while often surreal, reflect core aspects of our inner lives. The integration of memory in dreams serves to solidify learning and adapt behavior. Dreams replay fragments of the day, recombining them with older memories to strengthen neural pathways. This process ensures that important information is retained and less relevant data is pruned away, optimizing cognitive function. Through dreaming, the brain rehearses scenarios and refines problem-solving skills, enhancing our capacity to navigate the complexities of waking life. Emotion plays a vital role in dreaming. The limbic system, particularly the amygdala, is highly active during REM sleep, producing dreams that often carry intense emotional weight. This activation allows for the processing and regulation of feelings, especially those that may be difficult to confront consciously. By revisiting emotional experiences within the safety of the dream environment, the mind can achieve catharsis and balance. Dream symbolism functions as a language of the unconscious, encoding messages that the waking mind may not fully grasp. Images and motifs in dreams communicate through metaphor, enabling exploration of desires, fears, and unresolved conflicts. By interpreting these symbols, individuals can gain insight into their psychological state and identify pathways toward growth and healing. The creative aspect of dreams is a source of inspiration and innovation. Dreamers often discover solutions to problems or conceive artistic visions that transcend waking limitations. This capacity arises from the brain's loosening of logical constraints during sleep, allowing for novel associations and imaginative leaps that fuel human creativity. Dreams also facilitate the exploration of identity and selfhood. Within the dream space, the self can fragment, shift, or expand, providing opportunities for self-examination and transformation. This fluidity fosters psychological flexibility, enabling individuals to adapt to changing circumstances and develop a richer sense of self. Culturally, dreams have long been revered as spiritual experiences and sources of wisdom. Many traditions view dreams as communications from the divine, ancestors, or the collective unconscious. These perspectives underscore the transcendent dimension of dreaming, where personal insight connects to universal truths and cosmic order. Scientific advances continue to deepen our understanding of the neural basis of dreaming. Researchers investigate how networks involved in sensory processing, memory consolidation, and emotional regulation interact to produce the vivid dream experience. Findings suggest that dreaming is crucial for mental health, aiding in emotional resilience and cognitive integration. Lucid dreaming exemplifies the complex interplay of consciousness during sleep, where awareness arises within the dream state. This phenomenon allows individuals to navigate their dreams intentionally, exploring fears, desires, and creative impulses with control and clarity. Lucid dreaming highlights the mind's remarkable capacity for self-awareness and agency beyond living life. Through the lens of dreams, we confront profound questions about the nature of reality and the self. Dreams invite us to consider the possibility of multiple states of consciousness, each with its own validity and meaning. They challenge the assumption that waking life is the sole domain of experience, opening portals to dimensions that enrich and expand our understanding of existence. As morning light dispels the dreamscape, its echoes remain woven into the fabric of consciousness. Dreams leave traces of insight, emotion, and creativity that influence our waking thoughts and actions. By embracing the mysteries of dreaming, we engage with a fundamental aspect of what it means to be human, a bridge between the known and the unknown, the seen and the unseen. Dreams carry us beyond the boundaries of ordinary perception, into a realm where the mind freely weaves stories, symbols, and sensations that defy conventional logic. Each dream represents a singular journey, an intricate dance of neural processes and psychological meaning, shaped by the unique contours of our experiences, desires, and fears. The science of dreaming illuminates this mysterious landscape, revealing how our brains create such vivid inner worlds, and why these nocturnal narratives matter profoundly. During sleep, the brain transitions through cycles, each with distinct characteristics. Among these, the rapid eye movement, REM stage, is most closely associated with vivid dreaming. This phase features intense brain activity, particularly in areas related to emotion and memory, creating a fertile ground for dream construction. The vividness and emotional charge of REM dreams suggests that dreaming is not a passive process, but an active engagement with our internal and external realities. One crucial function of dreaming is the consolidation and integration of memories. Dreams serve as a mental workshop where newly acquired information is re-examined, linked with prior knowledge, and stored for future use. This process supports learning and adaptation, ensuring that our experiences translate into meaningful growth. In this way, dreams act as an extension of cognition, connecting waking life to the vast neural networks that shape who we are. Emotion is deeply embedded in the fabric of dreams. The heightened activity in the limbic system during REM sleep produces experiences rich in feeling, sometimes joyful, often troubling. Dreams allow us to engage with emotions in a manner less constrained by rational thought, providing a therapeutic outlet for processing trauma, anxiety, and unresolved tensions. By revisiting emotional material in symbolic form, the dreaming mind helps restore psychological balance. The symbolic language of dreams offers a profound means of communication from the unconscious. Symbols in dreams often convey messages in a form that transcends verbal articulation, inviting interpretation and reflection. These symbols may express hidden desires, unacknowledged fears, or unresolved conflicts, serving as a bridge to deeper self-understanding. Engaging with dream symbolism opens pathways to insight, healing, and personal transformation. Creativity blossoms in the fertile soil of the dreaming mind. Freed from the constraints of logic and time, the brain forms unexpected connections that fuel innovation. Many artists, scientists, and writers have credited their dreams as sources of inspiration, moments when the unconscious mind reveals novel solutions and ideas. This creative potential underscores the significance of dreaming as a wellspring of human ingenuity. Dreams also provide a venue for exploring identity and possibility. The fluidity of the dream self allows for experimentation with different roles, perspectives, and futures. This exploration supports psychological growth by expanding the boundaries of self-concept and fostering resilience. In dreams, we can rehearse responses to challenges and envision alternate paths, enriching our waking lives with deeper awareness. Across cultures, dreams hold sacred significance. They are seen as messages from ancestors, divine beings, or the collective unconscious, embodying spiritual guidance and prophecy. Rituals honoring dreams reflect their importance as sources of healing and wisdom. This cultural reverence highlights the profound connection between dreaming and the human search for meaning beyond the material world. Advances in neuroscience continue to unravel the biological mechanisms underlying dreaming. Studies reveal how interactions between the prefrontal cortex, hippocampus, and limbic system produce the complex phenomena of dreaming, linking cognition, emotion, and memory. Understanding these processes illuminates the essential role of dreams in maintaining mental health and cognitive flexibility. Lucid dreaming offers a remarkable glimpse into the spectrum of consciousness, wherein the dreamer gains awareness and control within the dream state. This ability to navigate dreams consciously provides opportunities for self-exploration, healing, and creative expression. Lucid dreaming exemplifies the mind's extraordinary capacity for awareness beyond the waking state. Ultimately, dreams invite us to consider the profound nature of consciousness itself. They challenge rigid distinctions between reality and illusion, self and other, waking and sleeping. By exploring dreams, we delve into the depths of human experience, uncovering layers of meaning that enrich and expand our understanding of life. As we awaken, the remnants of dreams linger subtly within us, shaping our perceptions, emotions, and creativity. These nocturnal journeys enrich the tapestry of human experience, reminding us that our minds are vast, mysterious realms where reality and imagination intertwine endlessly. Dreams unfold each night as a symphony of neural activity, weaving together the threads of our memories, emotions, and imagination into vivid tapestries that transport us beyond the waking world. This intricate process of dreaming is not merely a passive byproduct of sleep, but a vital function of the brain, essential for mental, emotional, and even spiritual well-being. The science of dreams reveals the depth of this nocturnal phenomenon, showing us how it shapes our consciousness and enriches our human experience. Within the complex architecture of the sleeping brain, various regions synchronize their activity to generate the vivid narratives we experience as dreams. The REM stage of sleep is particularly crucial, marked by heightened activity in the limbic system, which governs emotion, and the visual cortex, responsible for imagery. This confluence creates dreams that are often emotionally charged and visually rich, reflecting the brain's effort to process and integrate waking experiences. Memory consolidation is a cornerstone of the dreaming process. Dreams serve as a mental rehearsal space, where fragments of daily events are woven into new patterns and meanings. This activity strengthens neural connections, facilitating learning and adaptation. By replaying and reinterpreting experiences, the brain ensures that memories are stored more effectively and that knowledge is integrated into the broader cognitive framework. The emotional intensity of dreams underscores their role in psychological regulation. During dreaming, the brain revisits emotional experiences, often in symbolic or metaphorical form, allowing for a safe exploration of complex feelings. This process can alleviate emotional distress, promote healing, and restore equilibrium. Dreams act as a nocturnal therapist, working beneath conscious awareness to balance the emotional landscape. Dream symbolism functions as a rich, multidimensional language that bridges conscious and unconscious realms. Images and scenarios in dreams often carry layered meanings, conveying insights that transcend verbal articulation. These symbols invite interpretation, encouraging individuals to engage deeply with their inner worlds and uncover hidden truths. Through this symbolic dialogue, dreams facilitate personal growth and self-awareness. Creativity flourishes in the boundless realm of dreams, where the mind transcends logical constraints and conventional patterns. The brain's ability to form novel associations during sleep fuels innovation and artistic expression. Dreams have inspired countless breakthroughs and masterpieces, serving as a wellspring of ideas that emerge from the unconscious mind's fertile ground. Identity and self-exploration are integral to the dreaming experience. Dreams allow us to experiment with different facets of the self, adopt alternate personas, and envision potential futures. This fluidity supports psychological flexibility and resilience, enabling us to navigate change and uncertainty with greater ease. The dream state becomes a laboratory for self-discovery and transformation. Culturally, dreams have been revered as portals to spiritual insight and cosmic connection. Many traditions view dreams as communications from the divine, ancestors, or collective unconscious. These sacred interpretations highlight the transcendent aspect of dreaming, positioning it as a bridge between the mundane and the mystical, the personal and the universal. Neuroscientific research continues to illuminate the biological underpinnings of dreaming. The interplay between brain regions involved in sensory processing, memory, and emotion orchestrates the dream experience, emphasizing its complexity and significance. These findings affirm the essential role of dreaming in maintaining cognitive health and emotional balance. Lucid dreaming offers a unique perspective on consciousness, revealing the mind's capacity for self-awareness within the dream state. This phenomenon enables intentional exploration and creative engagement with the dream world, opening pathways for healing and insight. Lucid dreaming exemplifies the remarkable versatility of human consciousness across different states. Dreams challenge us to reconsider the boundaries of reality and selfhood. They invite reflection on the fluidity of experience and the interconnectedness of mind and world. Through dreams, we glimpse a dimension where the ordinary and extraordinary merge, enriching our understanding of existence and the profound mystery of consciousness. As the night gives way to dawn, the essence of dreams endures, subtle yet transformative. These nightly journeys shape our thoughts, emotions, and creativity, weaving an invisible thread through the fabric of our lives. Embracing the science and mystery of dreams is to embrace a fundamental aspect of our humanity, a doorway to the depths of mind, heart, and soul. In the depths of night, as consciousness drifts away from the tangible world, the brain embarks on an extraordinary voyage, entering the realm of dreams. This domain is not merely a byproduct of sleep, but a vital component of human cognition and emotional health. Dreams represent the mind's remarkable ability to integrate experience, process emotion, and explore creativity in a state unbound by the limitations of waking reality. Through the lens of science, we begin to unravel the mysteries of why we dream and how these nightly narratives shape our lives. Dreams most vividly emerge during rapid eye movement, REM sleep, when brain activity closely resembles wakefulness. It is here that the mind weaves complex tapestries of imagery, sensation, and feeling, transporting us through stories that blend memory and imagination. This phase is crucial for emotional regulation, learning, and memory consolidation, highlighting dreams as active processes in mental functioning rather than passive hallucinations. One of the brain's essential tasks during dreaming is memory consolidation. As we sleep, the hippocampus replays events and information from the day, strengthening important neural connections while filtering out less relevant details. Dreams are thought to reflect this reorganization, blending fragments of memories into novel scenarios that help us retain knowledge and adapt to new challenges. Emotionally, dreams serve as a powerful arena for processing and resolving feelings. The limbic system, responsible for emotional response, is highly active during REM sleep, creating dreams charged with affective intensity. By symbolically reenacting emotional conflicts or experiences, dreams facilitate psychological healing and provide relief from daytime anxieties and stress. The symbolic nature of dreams offers a unique language of the unconscious. Dream imagery. communicates through metaphor and allegory, providing insight into hidden desires, fears, and conflicts. These symbols allow the mind to explore complex psychological terrain safely, often revealing solutions and perspectives inaccessible to the waking mind. Creativity flows abundantly in the dreaming state. The loosened cognitive constraints of sleep allow the brain to form unexpected connections, inspiring artistic, scientific, and personal breakthroughs. Many innovators throughout history have credited their dreams with providing creative sparks, underscoring the profound generative power of dreaming. Dreams also serve as a playground for identity exploration. Within dreams, the self can fragment, shift, or expand, offering opportunities for self-reflection and transformation. This flexibility supports psychological resilience, enabling us to confront fears and rehearse responses to life's uncertainties. Across cultures, dreams hold sacred significance. They are seen as portals to spiritual realms, messages from ancestors, or gateways to universal wisdom. This spiritual dimension emphasizes dreams as more than biological phenomena, positioning them as essential threads in the tapestry of human meaning and connection. Contemporary neuroscience continues to illuminate the biological mechanisms that underlie dreaming. The interaction between cortical and subcortical brain regions generates the vivid and emotionally charged experience of dreams, linking perception, memory, and emotion in a dynamic process crucial for mental health. Lucid dreaming adds another layer to this complexity, revealing that consciousness can arise within the dream state itself. This phenomenon allows dreamers to become aware and exercise control over their dreams, opening pathways for intentional self-exploration and healing. Ultimately, dreams challenge us to rethink the boundaries of reality and consciousness. They reveal the mind's capacity to create entire worlds, blending the factual and the fantastical. By embracing the mysteries of dreaming, we engage deeply with the essence of human experience, a journey that transcends sleep, touching the core of who we are. As dawn breaks, the echoes of dreams fade into the waking day, leaving behind traces of insight, emotion, and creativity. These nocturnal voyages enrich our lives, reminding us that the mind's depths extend far beyond what the eyes can see. Each night, as the world slips into darkness and the mind surrenders to sleep, the extraordinary phenomenon of dreaming unfolds, a symphony of neural activity that crafts vivid experiences beyond the reach of waking awareness. Dreams are not mere illusions but profound expressions of the brain's dynamic processes, serving essential roles in cognition, emotion, and self-awareness. The science of dreams invites us to explore these enigmatic journeys, uncovering why they occur and how they influence our lives. Dreaming predominantly occurs during rapid eye movement, REM sleep, a stage characterized by intense brain activity, similar to wakefulness. In this state, sensory regions, memory centers, and emotional hubs converge, giving rise to dreams that can be extraordinarily detailed and emotionally potent. This neural interplay allows dreams to function as a rehearsal, ground for processing daily experiences and internal states. One of the central functions of dreaming lies in memory consolidation. As the brain sifts through the day's information, it prioritizes and integrates memories, strengthening neural pathways that encode significant learning. Dreams reflect this reorganization, blending fragments of events, emotions, and images into narratives that facilitate adaptation and cognitive flexibility. Emotion regulation is another critical purpose of dreaming. The limbic system, which governs feelings and motivation, is highly active during dreams, imbuing them with emotional depth. By engaging with emotions symbolically and without the constraints of logic, dreams provide a safe space for the brain to resolve psychological conflicts, reduce stress, and restore emotional equilibrium. The language of dreams is rich with symbolism and metaphor, conveying messages from the unconscious mind. Dream images often encapsulate complex psychological themes, allowing the dreamer to access insights that may be obscured during waking life. Interpreting these symbols can unlock deeper understanding and promote personal growth. creativity flourishes. Within the dream state, as the brain freely explores novel combinations and ideas, without the boundaries imposed by rational thought. This liberated cognition fuels innovation and artistic expression, making dreams a powerful wellspring of inspiration. For countless creators throughout history, dreams also provide a flexible arena for self-exploration and identity formation. In dreams, the self can assume different roles, perspectives, and possibilities, fostering psychological resilience and insight. This fluidity enables the rehearsal of responses to challenges and nurtures the development of a more integrated self. Across cultures, dreams have been revered as sacred experiences, offering access to spiritual wisdom, guidance, and connection with the divine. Such interpretations reflect the timeless human fascination with dreams as portals to realms beyond the physical, reinforcing their profound significance. Scientific advances continue to deepen our understanding of dreaming's biological foundations. Interactions among the prefrontal cortex, hippocampus, and limbic structures orchestrate the vivid, emotional, and often surreal experiences of dreams, highlighting their complexity and essential role in mental health. Lucid dreaming reveals the extraordinary capacity of consciousness to emerge within the dream world. This awareness empowers individuals to navigate and shape their dreams deliberately, opening avenues for therapeutic intervention, creative exploration, and self-discovery. Dreams invite us to contemplate the nature of reality and consciousness itself, blurring the lines between waking and sleeping, self and other, fact and fantasy. Through them, we glimpse the boundless creativity of the mind and the profound mysteries of existence. As morning light gently stirs us awake, the residues of dreams remain, a subtle influence on mood, thought, and imagination. These nightly journeys enrich our inner lives, offering continuous opportunities for insight, healing, and transformation. Night after night, the mind embarks on its mysterious voyage into the realm of dreams, a vast, uncharted territory where the conscious and unconscious mingle freely. The science of dreams reveals this journey to be a dynamic interplay of neurological processes, emotional regulation, and creative exploration. Understanding why we dream offers a window into the essence of human cognition and the profound ways the brain nurtures itself during sleep. During REM sleep, the brain engages in a complex dance of electrical and chemical activity. Regions responsible for vision, emotion, and memory fire in synchrony, crafting vivid dreamscapes that often feel intensely real. This stage serves not only to rest the body, but to rejuvenate the mind, integrating experiences and balancing emotions in preparation for the day ahead. Memory consolidation is a crucial function of dreaming. As new information is encoded, the brain selectively strengthens significant memories while pruning irrelevant details. Dreams mirror this process, weaving snippets of experience into fluid narratives that enhance learning and adaptive thinking. This nightly mental sorting helps maintain cognitive clarity and flexibility. Emotionally, dreams operate as a safe haven for processing unresolved feelings. The limbic system's heightened activity during dreams allows emotions to be re-examined symbolically, without the immediate constraints of reality. This symbolic processing can reduce psychological tension, facilitate healing, and restore emotional balance. The symbolic language of dreams serves as a bridge to the unconscious mind, offering insight into hidden desires, fears, and conflicts. These rich images invite interpretation, providing a pathway for self-reflection and deeper understanding. Through this symbolic dialogue, dreams become a vital tool for personal growth and psychological insight. Creativity thrives in the dream state, where the brain's associative networks operate without restraint. This freedom allows for the generation of novel ideas, solutions, and artistic expressions. Many great thinkers have credited their dreams with sparking breakthroughs, underscoring the vital role of dreaming in innovation. Dreams also provide a flexible space for self-exploration. In the fluid world of dreams, identity can shift and expand, enabling the rehearsal of different possibilities and the integration of diverse aspects of the self. This capacity fosters resilience and adaptability in facing life's challenges. Across civilizations, dreams have been revered as sacred experiences, gateways to spiritual wisdom and guidance. These cultural perspectives highlight dreams' enduring significance as more than biological phenomena. They are profound experiences that connect us to deeper layers of existence. Modern neuroscience continues to uncover the intricate brain mechanisms behind dreaming. The interaction of cortical and subcortical regions generates the emotionally vivid and richly textured experiences of dreams, emphasizing their essential role in mental and emotional well-being. Lucid dreaming further reveals the remarkable plasticity of consciousness, allowing dreamers to become aware and exert control within their dreams. This state offers unique opportunities for therapeutic exploration, creativity, and self-mastery. Ultimately, dreams challenge our understanding of reality and consciousness, illustrating the mind's capacity to transcend ordinary experience. Through dreams, we engage with the infinite possibilities of the human psyche, embracing mystery, creativity, and transformation. As dawn approaches, dreams gently fade, but leave lasting impressions on our waking lives. They enrich our emotional landscape, spark our imagination, and deepen our connection to the inner world. Embracing the science and mystery of dreams allows us to honor a fundamental aspect of our humanity, a nightly passage into the depths of mind, heart, and soul. As the final veil of night slowly lifts, the science of dreams reveals itself as profound testament to the complexity and wonder of the human mind. Dreams, those fleeting yet vivid experiences, are not merely ethereal illusions but essential processes that knit together memory, emotion, creativity, and identity. In exploring why we dream, we uncover fundamental truths about our consciousness and the intimate workings of our brain. Dreams primarily occur during rapid eye movement, REM sleep, a state marked by heightened brain activity that mirrors waking consciousness in many ways. This stage serves as a fertile ground where sensory, emotional, and cognitive systems converge, weaving together the raw materials of experience into intricate narratives. These stories, while often surreal, perform vital functions that maintain and enrich mental health. Memory consolidation stands at the heart of dreaming's purpose. Throughout the night, the brain revisits and restructures the day's events, embedding important information into long-term storage while discarding irrelevant details. Dreams reflect this activity, blending fragments into new configurations that enhance learning and problem-solving abilities. Emotion regulation is another cornerstone of dreaming. The limbic system's activation during dreams enables the processing of intense feelings in a symbolic and controlled environment. This nocturnal rehearsal allows the mind to confront and integrate emotional experiences, fostering psychological resilience and healing. The symbolic richness of dreams offers a unique language through which the unconscious mind communicates. Dream imagery, full of metaphor and allegory, invites interpretation and introspection, unveiling hidden desires, fears, and potentials. Engaging with this symbolic content encourages deeper self-awareness and personal transformation. Creativity flourishes in the dream realm, liberated from the constraints of logic and reality. The brain's capacity to generate novel ideas and associations during sleep has inspired countless innovations and artistic achievements, demonstrating the profound link between dreaming and human creativity. Dreams also provide a flexible space for exploring identity and selfhood. In the fluid, imaginative world of dreams, the self can assume multiple forms and perspectives, enabling psychological growth and adaptability. This exploratory function supports our ability to navigate life's uncertainties with greater confidence. Across cultures and epochs, dreams have been revered as portals to spiritual insight and cosmic connection. They bridge the personal and the universal, offering glimpses into dimensions beyond ordinary perception and fostering a sense of meaning and belonging. Advances in neuroscience continue to unravel the biological underpinnings of dreaming, highlighting the complex interplay among brain regions that generate these vivid nocturnal experiences. This research affirms the indispensable role of dreaming in maintaining cognitive and emotional well-being. Lucid dreaming further expands our understanding of consciousness, revealing its remarkable plasticity and capacity for self-awareness, even within the dream state. This phenomenon opens exciting possibilities for therapeutic applications and personal exploration. Ultimately, dreams invite us to embrace the mystery and depth of the human mind. They remind us that consciousness is not confined to the waking world, but flows through multiple states, each rich with meaning and potential. As the first light of day dawns, the ephemeral world of dreams dissolves, yet their influence endures, shaping our emotions, thoughts, and creativity. To understand why we dream is to glimpse the intricate dance of brain and soul, a nightly journey into the heart of what it means to be human. Thank you for joining this exploration of the science of dreams. If this journey inspired you, please like and share to help others discover the wonder within their own nightly adventures.